San Antonio Soccer Examiner Chris Hockman here with the wrap-up of the second part of the matches of week 13 of the MLS, and apologies for the lateness of this video. It's been a bit of a bad week for getting this video done schedule-wise, but next week I have Monday free, so hopefully week 14 will be uploaded sooner. But let's get right into it. We left off with Houston Dynamo versus Chivas USA, so let's get into Seattle versus Vancouver. And these two teams met for the 123rd time in their history. It was the first time in MLS, and Vancouver really looked to take the crowd out of the game early, controlled well early, and they opened the scoring in the 29th minute after Seattle conceded a penalty. Hustley very cleverly sliding the ball right up the middle as the keeper opened up the space. Vancouver haven't led very often this season, and they looked to hold on to it, withstanding a Seattle barrage before the pressure finally took its toll in the 81st minute as Rosales redirected a deflected cross before the Sounders went on to take the lead just 3 minutes later, taking advantage of a turnover before going on to score, slotting the ball in the bottom left-hand corner of the goal. But it was Hustley who had the last word in the goal. Everybody is talking about, even my friends back at home in Australia are talking about this goal. As a candidate for goal of the year, a beautiful touch from Hustley and a wonderful volley from distance, and it was a poor angle, beautiful goal, slamming into the back of the net, a goal worthy of winning a point. It was a dramatic finish in Carson, California, as Toronto FC came from behind to salvage a draw against the Galaxy. It was the perfect start for LA as Lopez sent the ball across the box, allowing a rampaging Birchall to unleash at goal. Frey's touch not enough to stop the goal. Los Angeles continued to dominate the first half until Toronto made a forced substitution in the 43rd minute with Gordon coming on. It allowed Toronto to start to get back into the match. And in the 68th minute, Gordon scored yet again against his former club after a beautiful cross from Borman. As the game began to ebb away, it was Angel who looked to have scored the winner, sneaking in after a scramble in the box. Gordon then scored his second and stunning the Los Angeles crowd in the 4th minute of stoppage time. Beautiful goal, saving the Reds a point. Colorado, meanwhile, shocked the MLS, getting their season back on track with a win in Portland. Only the second loss for Portland at Gerald Wenfield. And both sides really created a number of chances, but good goalkeeping prevented any goal scoring until stoppage time. A goal that John Spencer didn't witness, as he was asked to leave the sidelines by the referee following an out that Spencer has since been suspended for a game and fined a substantial amount of money. I can't actually remember how much it was. It was Troy Perkins working hard to keep the ball out, and he made 2 good saves, but the Timbers failed to clear after some good work from the keeper, allowing Moore to pounce on the loose ball and score the winner. Colorado 1, Portland Timbers 0. And it was another stoppage time winner in Columbus as the Chicago Fire defeated the Columbus Crew 1-0. It was hardly a memorable match as both sides really failed to link up with their strikers, making the match a tight midfield battle. But it was a late substitute that worked out for Chicago as Baruch set up fellow sub Christian Nazareth. After Baruch's impressive work sold out the Columbus defence, his shot was saved by Hesmer early this season. Nazareth tap it in, Chicago's first goal in 3 matches as they ended an 11-match winless streak. Meanwhile, Pizza Hut Park was stunned as FC Dallas fell to a heavy defeat to Sporting Kansas City, perhaps the worst team in the league at the moment, recording just their second win of the season. Dallas looked in trouble early, conceding a number of corners in the opening 10 minutes before Zuzi opened the scoring after some neat work on the edge of the box for a beautiful place shot. Put Sporting in front. Dallas recovered and equalised just 4 minutes later as Breck Shea showed some impressive skills to dribble through the Kansas defence and equalise, sending sides into the break level. Kansas City ended that just 4 minutes into the second half as Sapong chased down Zuzi's corner and volleyed it in for an unmarked Cullen who had a simple tap in. Just minutes later it was a 3-1 lead as Zuzi stunned Hartman with a free kick from just past halfway that spin and the bounce confusing the keeper as the visitors doubled their lead. Even losing a man couldn't stop the Kansas City juggernaut, with Sano putting the icing on the cake, chipping Hartman in the 78th minute despite only having 10 men on the park. FC Dallas have to regroup as they head to Carson to take on Chivas USA on Saturday. So thank you for tuning in, thank you for bearing with me this week, and don't forget to visit examiner.com, the internet source for the local. Have a good weekend.